three things required for a spiritual success: attitude, attitude, and attitude. What sort of attitude one must have? It is like lover's passion or lover's state of heart. Now, coming to this anxiety and depression, when you have it, how do you sit for 40 minutes of meditation? So this question is something like, when we making a deal with the child is running a fever of 102 degrees, and your daughter or granddaughter argues with you, mommy, I will take only 2 drops of this medicine. Would you agree with that? Of course, you will agree and say, okay, why not 2 drops? I'll give you 2 drops, and you will cheat and say, okay, let's finish this. And instead of 2 drops, you will give a complete, proper dose as a mother. Now, here, the mother and the taker, both are same individual, myself. Your conscience is your mother. Your desire is yourself. And you say, oh, I can't. The very thing that can cure meditation, you are trying to postpone it, and you want to take 1/10 of a dose. And even that will not work, because meditation to me is not about time. You can meditate for 1 hour and don't get a single bit of transformation within you. But people like Babuji, who would meditate for 2 minutes and dive to the deepest level of their consciousness, within 2 minutes they resurface again. So idea of meditation is to go as deep as possible in a very short time. And we need to cultivate certain attitudes towards the practice, because practice is hardly 95% towards our success. And I tell you, in the business world, what they call, what are the 3 requirements for a successful business? They say, the retail stores, about the retail store's success, they say location, location, and location. If you have a pharmacy or a drugstore right in front of a hospital, it has greater chances of being successful than a pharmacy in a remote village. It will be disastrous. Likewise, 3 things required for a spiritual success: attitude, attitude, and attitude. What sort of attitude one must have? It is like lover's passion or lover's state of heart. When we were all teenagers, remember the crush you had on the other person. And by chance, if you had a date and say, okay, we'll meet at 3 o'clock afternoon at such and such a theater or such and such a restaurant, what happens to you then? The whole morning, you wake up so early, you get dressed up so fast, and hardly there is a sleep. You may not even take your lunch. Moment you try, your mommy gives you lunch, you say, no mommy, I'm not hungry. And if you are a boy, you will end up going to the theater 1 hour before. You will be there at 2 o'clock, walking on the pavement, left and right, left and right, left and right, waiting for your beloved to come. And if she decides to tease you and comes 5 minutes late, you'll say, oh my God, my world is ending. Maybe she is not interested in me. Maybe she will say no. Maybe she'll forget about her. So this is the kind of attitude we got to have when we are pursuing God. Are you crazy about realizing the ultimate? If we have that sort of madness, restlessness, then I think it's possible to even achieve those depths, because all night you'll be restless. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I meditate and be with the Lord. And time will come that you may not have to wait because you are all the time with the Lord. Even your night sleep becomes as if you are sleeping in the lap of God. You wake up in the morning and you will say, oh, I don't need to meditate. I've been always with the Lord. So this is what we are looking for. So turbulences in life, day-to-day life will be there. Turbulence even during meditation will be there. When the preceptor is giving you a sitting and within 5 minutes you feel, oh no, a lot of thoughts are coming and my back is hurting and I'm so uncomfortable. Let me open my eyes. Okay, you open your eyes. What next? So might as well close your eyes and go through the process and see what really happens. Accept the situation for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. If thoughts bother you so much, there are things like this you can do, you see. Especially people who are depressed and having anxious mind, there's a volcano going on in their head. Especially if you are meditating, you will chase the tail of all those thoughts like mad persons. Nothing wrong with it. Constantly keep reminding yourself that, oh, I'm meditating. If thoughts overwhelm you again, then what do? Breathe deeply. Hold your thought and have attention towards the heart. Okay. If that also doesn't help, gently open your eyes and look at the sky. And gently close your eyes again. So, few things like that can help. Or, pick up one book that you would like to read. Read it for 5 minutes, like things like Whispers, or or literature, or any spiritual literature. You read for a few minutes, and then again close your eyes and see what happens.